But these lightning though, damn, look at me being all professional. I got a lightning projector. I'm sitting down like a real YouTuber. I'm trying to help people. Now, if only I wasn't cursing, well, fuck. Anyway, last video I did a sketchbook tour and people said they were inspired and motivated to draw, which I don't really know what you were inspired from, like me calling you a bitch. I mean, I hope it's that because I don't really know what else to call you. So a lot of people asked me to do a drawing tutorial, which I will. I've decided I want to talk more about art and share with you all my drawing experience and stuff. And by stuff I mean random dick jokes at inappropriate times. But before I can do that, I wanted to address something that I've been thinking about for a long ass time. Like, I get so many DMs and comments of people being like, hey, do you have some tips and tricks for me on how to get better at art? And I feel like we live in this tips and tricks society where people are just looking for the easy way out without putting in any real work.
Hey, do you have some art tips for me?
Like, bitch, this ain't no goddamn cooking show. Oh, and another tip, after you boil the eggs, make sure you put them in ice just so you can peel them faster. You can build your whole life just by watching tips and tricks videos. Or can you? 5 easy tips and tricks on how to build your whole life by watching tips and tricks. Dude, I feel like nowadays people will become construction builders and they will be like, hey, do you have any tips on how to make my building like not fall down? Like, imagine being a firefighter and being like, hey, do you have any tips on how to fight fire? Yeah, tip number 1, don't die. I mean, I'm just fucking around though. Those tips and tricks videos are great. They're short, to the point, and very useful. Especially when they're art videos. Tip number 5, sharpen your pencil. Yeah, thank you for that, Susan. Really useful. I have an art tip for you. You know when you're like drawing? Yeah, just don't suck. That's the tip. Just be like, good. Jesus, will I stop making stupid jokes and just get to the point of this video? 3 tips and tricks on how to stop fucking around and get to the point of this video. Okay, you get my point. I'm just really frustrated with these fucking tips and tricks videos. But I get so many questions about this subject that I was thinking, well, what if I could give you the ultimate art tip? What would it be? And you know what it is? For you to stop asking about fucking tips and tricks. And I know it sounds kind of like a punchline, but I swear it's not. I thought about it, and the ultimate art tip that I can give you on how to get better is to change your whole perspective about how you think about this art stuff. Like, it's not about tips and tricks. Like, there's not some secret information that you need to acquire in order to become better. Like, this is not some fucking ad that you see on the side of Pornhub like
5 secret things that doctors don't want you to know about on how to grow your dick bigger.
Like, all that shit is a fucking scam, and the more time you spend watching it, the more time you waste instead of actually getting better. And I know that because I've spent every single day for the last 6 years just trying to get better at painting. And I remember just searching for that secret and everybody was like, just practice. And I was like, no, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna share it with the world and I'm gonna help people. And I'm also gonna get rich and famous doing it. And as you can guess, there's no fucking secret, but I'm not gonna tell you to just practice because I believe it's much more complicated than that. And what I found about drawing is that it's not really like anything else that I've done before. Like with other things, you start doing them and you get better. But with drawing, there's like a delay. And if you've ever been to the gym, there's this term called beginner gains. And it's pretty much you've been pussy all your life and you decide that you hit the weights for the first time and your body's like, oh my god, this is so dope. I can actually be used for something else rather than just eating burgers. And you just put on 5 to 10 pounds of muscle in the first few months. That's beginner gains. And in drawing, the only thing you're gonna gain as a beginner is probably a bunch of sketchbooks that you'll be too ashamed to use in the future. Like, just nothing happens the first couple of years. I mean, at least for me. And I always like to think about drawing as one of those Chinese bamboo trees that you might have read about. Like, you plant the seed, but it actually grows its roots for 5 years. And there's like nothing happening if you're just looking at it. And then all of a sudden it grows like fucking 50 meters. Or it's kind of like when you're watching erotic movies and your dick is soft as fuck because there's that awkward acting the first 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden everybody's naked and your dick is through the roof. Jeez, why do I always have to bring it back to sex, man? What the fuck is wrong with me? So how do you actually get better? Well, first you need to know what you want to get better at. You can't just say, I want to get better at drawing, because that's like saying, I just want to get better at football. Well, do you want to be the guy who's chasing the ball, or do you want to be the guy who's standing there like a clown protecting an empty gate? I don't know. I don't really play football. The point is, you need different skills depending on what you want to get better at. And don't give me that shit, oh, there's some art fundamentals that everybody needs to know. Yeah, like how to hold a pencil. But other than that, it really depends. Like, what the fuck do you need anatomy for if you want to paint landscapes? I mean, yeah, at some point you have to learn it, but it's not the most important thing. Like that clown guy playing football, protecting the empty gate. Yeah, I'm sure at some point he'll have to perfect his kicking, but the most important thing for clowns is to learn how to do clown shit. Yeah, I've really confused myself with this fucking metaphor. The point is, stop relying on all these tips and tricks before you even know what the fuck you want to draw. Pick what you want to get better at and then just reverse engineer it. Let's say you want to get better at stylized portraits. Well, maybe first your portraits need to not look like you were trying to draw Freddy Krueger every single time. So to draw stylized portraits, maybe you first need to learn how to draw portraits in general, then develop your own style through practice, and then just apply it. But don't expect that you're just gonna watch a single video and you're just gonna get it. 5 tips on how to draw a stylized portrait, because that video will be just like, oh, when you're drawing a stylized portrait, make sure you have the eyelashes going this way and not that way. Bitch, how does that even help me though? It's like that motherfucker trying to get better at football and you're like, tip number 1, make sure that you're wearing the right shoes. And you're like, bitch, I don't even know how to kick a ball. Who the fuck cares about my shoes? So stop watching this fucking 3 ways to grow your Instagram account. Actually, that sounds like it's gonna get a lot of views. I need to do that. Anyway, I know this video might have left you more confused than you were before, but that's good. I don't really know how, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna do all the fucking videos of exactly how I got better just because I'm here and I kind of want views and likes. And I'm also kind of tired of just talking about my dick. So make sure you ask me questions in the comments and I'm gonna answer them in a video. As a summary though, figure out what you want to get better at, reverse engineer it to know exactly what you need to be doing, find some people that have done it, copy them, do exactly what they did, and just be patient. And I have a final tip for you. If you want to magically get better at art, you should support me on Patreon. You know, all that shit that I said about how you should stop watching tutorials? Yeah, I take that back. I didn't really mean that. Plus, I'm not even doing tutorials. I'm doing live streams, and that's completely different. So check me out, patreon.com/AngelGanev. Now grab your pencil and go practice some football. I'm sweaty as hell. Holy shit. I'm a fucking pig.